vengeance. Is vengeance gonna bring your son back to you? Or my boy to me? I forgo the vengeance of my son. For selfish reasons. My youngest son was forced to leave this country because of this Salazzo business. And I have to make arrangements to bring him back here safely, clear of all these false charges. But I'm a superstitious man. And if some unlucky accident should befall him, if he should get shot in the head by a police officer, or if he should hang himself in his jail cell, or if he's struck by a bolt of lightning, then I'm going to blame some of the people in this room. And that I do not forgive.
Well, hello, my lovelies, my lords, lilies, dudes, sugars, sugar lads, sugar moon, sugar mountains on the moon, honey flowers on the moon, sometimes Mars. Sometimes they dance around, they dance around the bedroom there. But anyway, yeah, hope you liked that little intro clip. It's just a sneaking little worry that I'm starting to have. Just saying. Anyway, let's get on with it. So we're back in the documents. There are a few that are very quick. They're very short. Okay, and I've been jotting down the numbers. Okay, and there's a couple that I jotted down where I found some interesting things. Now, I don't know. There's certain things in these documents, the ones that I'm going to show you. These are real quick, so this one's going to be like a few of them, quick ones, right? Quick ones. All right. Certain little things stuck out to me. I can't say for sure why. Just little things that I read, and I don't know why yet. They're kind of popping in my brain right now. So I wanted to show them to you, and just to show them to you, see what you thought. Now, they may be, again, no big deal here. And I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying they're big deals, okay? Well, I'll show you. Let's jump on in, all right? So the first one we're going to look at, it's going to be, it's going to be number 52. Okay, here we go. Yeah, duh. I forgot this guy, sorry. Hey, my garden. Look at where we are. We're at 810. Unbelievable, guys. That's lovely. It's beautiful number. Unbelievable. Hey, all to you guys. All to the garden. I love you. Remember, I love you all. Beautiful number, guys. Beautiful number. Beautiful number here. Okay, beautiful. All right. So I just wanted to throw that out to everybody who's a part of this ride. I love you. I appreciate you all. I am so happy you're here. That is why I'm here, right? Remember, no garden, no channel. Remember that, okay? I love you all. I love you. So let's keep going. Hey, like a train. Hey, once a train starts rolling down the track, well, it's without, I'll tell you what, it's very difficult to stop. I'm just saying, maybe we need to look. Well, that's the thing. This train needs to keep rolling all the way through, Yeah, absolutely. 810. I love you. Thank you. So there we go. Okay. Oh, geez. It's like, duh. Oh, my God. I almost forgot that. Duh. All right. Here we go. Okay. So here we are. This is sequence 52, number 52. All right. Red paint, of course. All right. So here we are. Vehicle test runs and glove collection. All right. Item 266, glove. So let's see. At approximately 5 p.m. on 11/24/22. So 11 days after the event, I took the MPD school car. A silver Ford Fusion, and drove the route of the suspect vehicle. 11/24. Drove the route of the suspect vehicle. 11 days after the unalivings. Okay. I drove 2 separate routes in front of the camera located at Ridge Road, once westbound on Lauder Avenue, and then twice on Ridge Road, southbound and northbound. I advised the command post of the times of these runs and requested the video, from the point of contact at Ridge Road in order to compare the color of the test vehicle to that of the suspect vehicle. Okay. Now, guys, I am not an expert in any of this. I'm not an expert in colors on camera. I'm not an expert in it. But right off the bat, guys, we are already fudging the test. First of all, we're driving a different type of car. Second of all, not only are we driving a different type of car, we're driving a car of a different color. So, if they had a white Hyundai Elantra, why are they driving a silver-colored Ford Fusion? That's screwing up the test, number one. Now it's not reliable because you're not using, the same test subject material unless this type of car and this type of color was the original suspect vehicle that they had. Just saying. Just my opinion. If not, we're already screwing the test up. Okay? A second thing about this is, you are not testing this at the same time that you caught the camera on video, are you? No. You're testing it at a whole different hour. That's another problem. You think about, this is how I think about this, guys. Think about a standardized test, right? A standardized test has both reliability and validity. This test right here has neither at this point. Neither. Now, I could be totally wrong, okay? But anyway, let's carry on. Yeah. Okay. Once I completed these runs, I drove to the King Road house and walked the route MM stated she took while on foot near the house on 11/13. We didn't get there yet. I also parked the MPD school car that makes me laugh for some reason. On Queen Road, immediately to the east of the King Road house, in order to observe the effects of the orange-tinted streetlights located in the area. The lights appeared to make the silver vehicle look tanner in color than it would under white street lights. Okay. This is some hard-hitting evidence, guys, isn't it? Hard-hitting evidence. This is ironclad evidence that they're coming up with here, isn't it, guys? Gee, this couldn't possibly be challenged in court. No, I guess not. Hey, Ann, I guess none of this could be challenged, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's some hard-hitting proof. Anyway, I also walked down and spoke to Officer Tesdale, who was providing scene security at this time. I spoke to this officer for a moment and then began to walk back to my patrol vehicle. As I did so, I noticed a black glove laying in the parking lot. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is 11 days after the unalivings. 11 days, and they're just finding this. That's some great police detective work when you're finding this type of stuff 11 days after the unalivings. Just saying. Okay. Noticed a black glove lying in the parking lot, approximately 25 feet from the front door. Oh my God. Moscow. Guys, I don't even know how to say that. What do you say to this? What do you say to this? 11 days after the unalivings, just now, you are discovering a black glove that's only 25 feet from the front door of the house. Okay, Moscow. Now, hey, I made a post about this. Now I understand why you dropped all these documents the way you did at the time you did. Because if the public would have seen this beforehand, this case would have been shot to hell. Moscow Police Department knew it. FBI knew it. Idaho State Police knows that. You SOBs, you purposely waited, didn't you? Anyway, let's carry on, guys. Yeah. Oh, no, there's no cover-up here, guys. Oh, no. Hey, guilters, there's no cover-up here. No, this is standard police work. Okay.
You need a pretty powerful starch to straighten that little brat out. Oh, boy, I look so good. I gotta go dance.
Okay. So, the glove was laying palm up and appeared to have been laying in that spot for a couple of days. Oh, like 11 maybe, I don't know. As it did not have any snow on it. Okay. Doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing because, snow melts. So anyway, I nudged the glove with the toe of my boot. I guess maybe you thought it may have been a snake. I don't know. It could have been a snake. Just saying. So it's always good to nudge the glove. Always good to nudge the glove to make sure it's not actually like a rattlesnake. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I nudged the glove with the toe of my boot and found it was frozen to the ground. Okay. Well, I'm glad it wasn't a rattlesnake, at least. I asked Officer Tesdale for rubber gloves and his flashlight. I guess because it was dark at 5 o'clock or something. I don't know. Upon further examination, there appeared to be a dark, fluid-like substance on the glove. This substance's color and consistency was consistent. Yeah, okay. With dried blood. Officer Tesdale provided me with an evidence bag, and I collected the glove as evidence. The glove is a Polar Penguin brand glove with a rubberized palm and fingers for gripping. This type of glove is often used for concrete work. Well, and for other types. Okay. I brought the glove back to MPD and booked it into MPD evidence for submission to the state lab. The videos of the vehicle test runs were later collected and added to the FBI video files for this case. Alrighty, all right. There you go. Hathaway, Payne. December 4th, this was filed. December 5th, it was reviewed. Okay, that's number one I wanted to show you. So this is standard police protocol when we find evidence in this type of, the magnitude of this type of case. We're still finding black gloves 25 feet from the door with blood on them. Yep, that's what we're doing here, guys. Okay, let's go to the next one. So that was that was number 52. Okay, so the next one we're looking at, guys, is going to be, so the first one was 51. The next one we're looking at is 95. Now, I don't know why this struck me as interesting. I just did. I wanted to show it to you, okay? This is number 95, okay? Here we go. This one's a short one. Okay, now this, again, no, okay, this is Maori, okay? This was December 2nd, 2022. This is almost a month before they arrested BK. And the date of this report is January 4th, 2023. Okay, so on December 2nd, Payne was granted a warrant for video obtained by United Parcel Service via their carrier vehicles. So, okay, so they got a search warrant for UPS video. Okay, I thought that was curious. I'm like, okay, what did the UPS truck or whatever? What video are we talking? What did they capture? Now remember, this is still before they got to Brian. This is before they arrested him, I should say. On December 5th at approximately 8:34 a.m., the warrant was served via email. Okay, on December 5th, I received an email from UPS stating the data requested pursuant to the warrant was available now. I provided a download link, and the files were downloaded to the forensic computers located in the secure forensic computer lab at the MPD. I completed the warrant return receipt and affidavit. These documents were sent to the Latah County Prosecutor's Office to be returned to the court. I also emailed a copy of the receipt to Google, as this was the originating email address associated with the documents. This data will be examined at my earliest convenience. Well, hey, no hurry. Don't hurry up. At your earliest convenience. Okay, buddy. Mr. Mowry. Hey, what if this video... Where is it? What if this video had something juicy on it? I don't know. But it seemed important enough to get a search warrant for it. I don't know, I'm just saying, what if that had some good stuff on it? I don't know, but UPS video. But I will review that at my earliest convenience. Okay, there you go, prick. Detective. Hey, did you even look at it yet? I don't know. Maybe it's still at your earliest convenience. Who the F knows with these people? All right, guys, that was 95. The next one we're hitting is number 88. Now, remember what we heard in 51. Remember, silver car. That was tan in the lights in their stupid little test that's unreliable, not valid. Silver car. That turned tan, remember? Turned tan color in the lights. Okay. Now let's jump to number 88. And keep that in mind when we hit 88. Okay. All right, let's carry. Hang on. All right. Now this is number 88. If you're looking for it in the docs, if you haven't already seen it, if you have, guys, I apologize. This is me going through them. Okay. This is number 88. Mowry again. 12/22. Okay. Now remember, keep this in mind. This is. Let me think. This is 8 days before BK was arrested, all right? On December 22nd, 2022. Now, there's some of this I'm going to leave open because there's things in here that I find, interesting, but I'm not quite sure yet how it connects to things. So I'm leaving some of this stuff open. Okay, I was tasked with reinstalling the exterior camera known as the Lightbulb camera at King Road. Now, that could be 112... No. It's not the King Road house. That could be... there's so many addresses here. That's the other King Road freaking address that I can't remember at this moment. But anyway, at this other King Road. Okay, to capture some comparison video and audio. I contacted one of the tenants who gave me permission to access her residence and conduct the recording. Oh, so glad you agreed to that there, TL. Anyway, she's just being, or whoever they are, she, right? She, whatever. Me, I don't know. No, they're just being good little citizens. All right. Anyway, upon arrival, I unplugged the power to the current router and removed the camera from the light socket on the exterior of the residence. I then powered on the router I had secured from the residence earlier and installed the camera I secured as evidence earlier into the light socket. While installing the camera, I hear a crack and felt the light bulb base mount become loose. Loose. Not lose, like you idiots. Loose. It should be noted that approximate temperature outside while installing this camera was between 5 and 9 degrees. Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants to check on what the temperature was in Moscow that day. You can look that up. I don't know. I previously had installed a new SD card into the camera and powered on the router and camera at the MPD department to ensure the camera was functional. I then was able to monitor the camera. Okay, I was then able to monitor. What the piss? Gosh. Okay, I then was able to monitor the camera using the HomeEye Pro app on my phone. Payne was able to drive a white-colored vehicle into the view, not silver. Now it's white. What happened to the silver car that was tan in the light? Now this is December 22nd, right before they're going to get ready to arrest him. Okay? It's a white-colored vehicle now into the view of the camera. Sergeant Blaker parked a vehicle near the residence and closed the doors and trunk on a vehicle for audio comparison. A canine unit from Lewis County Sheriff's Office was utilized to capture barking audio comparison from the residence. Guys. Oh my God, guys. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Okay, so what's wrong with this? Well, first of all, the canine unit dog is not the same type of dog that Kaylee had. Two totally different dogs. Okay? Remember when we were talking about standardized testing. Okay? You have to use the same type of dog. You're not using a German Shepherd, I assume. Okay? And compare that to, I don't know, what kind of dog was Kaylee's dog? A fucking, it was some type of poodle. I don't know right? Whatever. Two totally different dog breeds. Okay? Two totally different barks. Yeah, this is, hey, Ken Maines, is this standard police work where you just substitute one thing that totally is not the same as the other to try to conduct tests like this? First of all, the dog's not the same. That's one. What else we got? Let's see. Well, let's not even get into dog barking. That's a whole other scenario. That's a whole other thing, right? White-colored vehicle now. Okay. Hey, let's go on. Oh, and because we're using a different vehicle and we're slamming doors and trunks, again, it's not the same. Not the same. You have to use the very same vehicle. But here's the problem, guys. They don't know what vehicle they're even looking at. That's why this is absolute nonsense. It goes from silver to white, tan in the ultraviolet or whatever. And we're just picking shit out of our ass now, guys. We're just picking stuff out of our ass here, guys. This is not anywhere near a standardized forensic test of anything. This is absolute garbage. Garbage. Now, what can I compare this to? Oh, I have a perfect example, right? I have a perfect example, right? Let's say I take Mr. Chateau Gatto to the vet, right? Well, I don't because he's a spirit animal. But let's just say I did do that, right? And they say to me, Master Nature, we cannot examine Mr. Chateau Gatto because he's ferocious. And we need to sedate him, right? And I say to them, I understand, but I understand he's a powerful spiritual animal, but he's not a lion. Okay, he's not a lion. Okay. Now he may think he's a lion, okay, but or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The two things are not the same here, guys. We're treating something as if it was a lion when it's actually a Shadow Gato. Okay, just like this. If you're gonna do these types of tests, you have to use the same baseline. You have to use the same base. You have to be using the same baseline here, guys. You can't just be making shit up. Like bringing in a German Shepherd as a substitute for a fucking poodle. Hey, Ken Maines, is this standard police practice? To just, I don't know. And see, they think they're smart here. They think they're intelligent by doing this. They think they're smart in their delusional replication here. Anyway, let's carry on. Okay, upon completion of the data collection, I powered off the evidentiary router, and removed the camera from the light socket. In doing so, the base detached from the camera and a wire became disconnected. I gathered the router and camera, placed them back into their evidentiary bags, and returned them to the secure computer forensic lab. I reinstalled the current camera and reconnected the power to the new router. I contacted Elle to ensure she could access her camera, and she responded in the affirmative. Corporal Payne and I then ensured the residence was locked and left the residence without further incident. Well, I'd hope not. Jeez, what are you going to do? Like, start pissing in her apartment? Anyway, maybe with these idiots. Upon returning to the MPD, I was able to download the videos collected, and they were saved to the server located in the Secure Computer Forensic Lab, Mallory, the 22nd of December, reviewed by Blaker 2 or 3 days approximately before Brian Koberger was arrested. Okay. Okay, so that's all for that one, guys. I found that one interesting. Just saying. White-colored vehicle. It goes from silver to white. Anyway, and tan. Where's the tan? Oh, well, that might be in another test. Let's see. Hang on. Well, let's move on to something else. All right, so now we're moving on to number 68. And you guys may have already seen this one, but we're going to check it. Okay, here we go. So this is 68. Mallory again. 12. Now, okay, this was put in on December 12th, still before BK was arrested. This is 5 days after the unaliving. So on November 18th, I logged into the Uber law enforcement portal and submitted an exigent preservation request for any location data associated with the Uber driver named Eric Gower with the phone number of SMyC. Due to the nature of the investigation, Uber recommended an exit. Jesus. Another one, request for the preservation. In a screenshot received from AG, it showed messages which appear to be from Gower's phone between Kaylee and himself. The name of the recipient is Kaylee, Uber. It is unknown if Gower was on duty with Uber at the time of him picking up Miss Kaylee and Miss Maddie at the grub truck. Uber stated if the driver was on duty, it would show the location of his vehicle. If the driver was not on duty, Uber would not have that data. I was informed by Uber customer service this is common if the driver provides personal transportation services. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. At 2:34 p.m. in the afternoon, I received an email from Uber stating they received my request. I received an email at approximately 4:17 p.m. from Uber, which contained files regarding the Uber logs of this, Gower, right? The record showed his location up until approximately 1:15 a.m., where it appears no other information is found, and he goes off duty. There you go. Mowry, the 12th of December. Blaker, December 13th, before BK is arrested. There you go. So, you guys probably seen this already. However, what does this tell us? This tells us that he was not on duty when he picked up the girls at the grub truck. He was not acting in an official Uber capacity. He was acting in a personal capacity. Keep that in mind here, right? Just saying. Not official capacity, personal capacity. Personal capacity. And he switches off his official duties at 1:15 a.m. Now, the girls weren't picked up until around 2 o'clock in the morning at the grub truck. So just keep that in mind. So from after 1:15, he is now on his own personal time. All right, let's carry on. That was number 68. Let's keep going. All right, guys, now we're moving on to 56. Okay, this is number 56. And apologize again if you've seen this, but I haven't. So we're gonna dig into it. Let's go. All right, again, Mowry, 56, 12/4. Again, before BK is arrested. All right, let's go. So on December 4th, I found I had received an email forwarded to me from of Cutco Corporation, the parent company of K-Bar Knives. The email was from Michael Douglas of the FBI. Douglas assisted in the service of the warrant to K-Bar. The email contained a single file with the data requested pursuant to the warrant served. The file was downloaded and saved onto a computer located in that damn secure computer forensic lab located at the Moscow Police Department. And okay. All right. Okay, sure. In examining the file, I located numerous individuals and companies who had purchased products matching the descriptions in the warrant. In the state of Idaho, the following sales of 1,217 knives were located. And they proceed to list them all. And the dates, okay, February, March, May. Well, I don't list them all, I guess, but yeah. We'll just say 1,217 knives that were purchased within this time frame that they're looking at. Now, I don't know why they're starting in February I don't know why they're doing that. Unless already they're on it. They're on the BK, right? So that's the only. Well, let's see. This is December 4th. So they're already investigating him, right? So anyway, they start from December. They start from February, March, May, July, August, September, November. Yep. All different areas of Idaho. All different Coeur d'Alene, Caldwell, Jerome. Okay, so that's partial. That's just a partial in Idaho. Then we move on to Washington. Starting in January, Brian didn't even get out to Washington until what? When did he get out to Washington? Oh, wow. What was that? July or August, right? July-ish? Somewhere around there? Not in January. So anyway, in Washington, the following sales of 1,217 knives were located. January, February, all over Washington here. February, March, April. All there. A lot in Washington, eh, guys? A ton more in Washington. Right. All throughout the months of the year. Even beyond, let's see, did they go beyond? Yeah, even beyond the unaliving date. Okay. Yeah. And let's see, yeah, Pullman. Okay, Pullman. Any others in Pullman? Let's look at that Pullman one. When was that? July 5th, 2022. Something. No, I'm sorry. Jesus. 7/11, 2022. M. Right? No. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. No, MM. 7-Eleven, MM, Pullman. Okay? Right. Doesn't say BK, does it? No, it does not. That goes on. Let's see if there's any more in Pullman. Any more in Pullman? Nope. No more in Pullman. Just that one on 7-Eleven. And it wasn't BK. Okay. Yeah, just saying. The following sales of the 1,217 S K-Bar knife sheath were also located all over Idaho, Washington. Okay. Well, that's odd. They only list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheaths here. 6. Okay. So we have, what do we got? Let's just revisit that a minute. Sorry, guys. Let's just revisit this. A quick second. Oh my God. Any Coeur d'Alene. 8/23/2022. MC. Coeur d'Alene. Rexburg. Lewiston. Let's just revisit this again. Boise. 1,217 knives that fit the description of what they think went with the K-Bar knife sheath. Right? All this, right? Then we get to the K-Bar knife sheath. And it's weird. They only list 6 of those. Other models were also listed on the return data that they didn't put in here. Gee, why didn't they put them in here? I don't know. Do you think you put them all in here, right? I don't know. They just, whatever. I completed the warrant return receipt and affidavit. These documents were sent to the Latah County Prosecutor's Office to be returned to the court. I also emailed a copy of the receipt to M. Blah blah at Cutco, as this was the originating email address associated with the documents. Mowry, the 5th of December, and then reviewed by Lawrence, the 5th of December. Again, almost a month before BK was arrested. Okay, guys, so now let me ask you this question. Guys. It is going to be much more difficult, much more difficult to vet over 1,200 and some K-bar knives than it would be to vet 6 little knife sheaths. However, they say this, we're also returning data. Now they don't say if there was knife sheaths in that data. Now think about this, guys. So we have to think then to ourselves, out of all these thousands of sales, right? This is what we're led to think, I think, here. Only 6 of these people or whatever actually purchased sheaths. Is that what I'm led to believe here? Is that what I'm led to believe here? Okay. And did they vet every single one of these people? Did they vet all these people? Did they vet the person in, these areas? Stanwood, Bremerton, Seattle, Mount Vernon, Malad City. I'm sorry if that's pronounced Malad City. Nothing about Moscow, Idaho in this one. Just 6 in two in Idaho, and the other 4 were in Washington. Okay, so did they go to these? Did they go and vet these 6? Just asking. Based on what I've seen so far in this investigation that I'm reading in these freaking documents, I would say no, they didn't. But that is just my opinion. Okay, one more. Here we go. So the last one right now, we're going to take a look at it right now, is 63, and then we're going to do more later, okay? We're going to get back into the interviews, okay? But I wanted to show you these 6, okay? 51, 95, 88, 68, 56, 63, okay? This is the last one. Now this one, I have no idea why this jumped out at me, but it did. So maybe you guys can, maybe it will jump out at you for some reason. I don't know. It just jumped out at me, okay? Here it is. Okay, so here we go. 63. This is Tyson Barrett. I don't know if he's a detective or what, I guess. I don't know. Or if he's part of the moving crew, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so narrative. Removing personal items from the King Road house. Captain Barrett. Okay, Captain Barrett. Apologize. Just says Tyson. No CPT or nothing. Just whatever. Captain Barrett. Or CAPT. Captain Barrett. All right. So on December 7th, again, before BK is arrested, at about 9:45 a.m. in the morning, I met with MPD command staff members at the King Road house to package and remove personal items of the victims. Captain Dollinger and I packaged the belongings in Kaylee's room. I worked along the north and west sides of the room. Captain Dollinger worked along the south and east sides of the room. While I was packaging items, I noticed $125 in cash on the dresser. One $100 bill, one $10 bill, 2 $5 bills, and 5 $1 bills. Captain Dollinger and I both counted the money with gloves on, I hope. Did you? Well, I hope you're wearing gloves when you counted the money. Hey, Moscow, were they wearing gloves when they're counting the money? Just a question here. Because if you're counting money with your bare hands, well, that's a problem to me. Okay. Hey, Ken Maines, do you think they should have counted the money with gloves on? Yes, Ken. Yeah, because guess what? Maybe whoever did this left the money on the dresser as a F you, right? Because you don't know what's going on in this case. Anyway, so I hope they counted the money with gloves on. But then again, what we've seen so far, I don't know. I highly doubt it. But I don't know for sure. Captain Dolly and I, all right, they both counted the money, put it in a small clutch. I placed the clutch in one of the boxes and marked the box that it had cash in it. And I marked the box that it had cash in it. Okay, so this has cash in it. Okay. See money in the box, right? Captain Dollinger and I both initialed the box. Well, great. After all the personal items that were recoverable were packaged, we moved them to a U-Haul van and transported them to the Moscow City shop. At the shop, we unloaded the packages in a secure building. Great. December 8th, Barrett reviewed December 8th, Dollinger. Again, before BK's arrested. Now, guys, I don't know if there's some, I don't know why I found this one interesting. I just do. Now, this could be, there's a couple things here. A, the perpetrators of this, the perpetrators of this crime didn't even notice the money lying on the dresser. That's one. Number two, the perpetrators did see the money and they didn't care about it. Therefore, they weren't there to rob. Because if I'm there to rob and also unalive, I see $125 laying on a dresser. Well, guess what? I'm scooping that up. Right, Stanley? That's right, you effing prick. All right. Yeah, that's number two. Right? Or number three, I left the money there. I'm one of the perpetrators, and I left the money there as like a F you. You know? One of three possibilities here. One, they never noticed it. Two, they did notice it and didn't care about it. Or three, they left it there themselves as a little F.U. to Miss Kaylee and Miss Maddie. Or at least to Miss Kaylee. I don't know. Or number four, it's Miss Kaylee's money. And again, nobody noticed it. Nobody was in that room. So, I don't know. I found that interesting, guys. It's, because again, I think if I see that and I'm there not only to unalive but to rob, I'm going to take that money. And I hope these idiots were wearing gloves when they were counting the money out. Because if they weren't, now you just contaminated, I don't know, possible fingerprints on the money that don't belong to Kaylee or any, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking, it may be totally impossible, and this is another possibility, guys. It may be totally impossible to figure out fingerprints on money, right? So, yeah, there you go. So there, yeah. But I'm just saying, I would hope that they would be wearing gloves when they're touching this. That's all I'm saying here, guys. Again, I am not a police detective, so homicide detective. So, but everything we've seen so far in this case with these cops, I don't know. Anyway, that just stuck out to me. That's number 63. And okay, we're going to end it there. Definitely going to do another one. And we're going to go back to witness statements, okay? I just wanted to show you those 6. Okay, I wanted to see what you thought about them. If there's anything that you feel is there that I that I totally didn't see or overlooked, that's why I'm doing this. Okay, I love you all. Hey, 810 babies, 810. Hey, guess what happens when we get to 1,000, guys? Well, that's when we start. That's when that's when the plan gets initiated and we start global dominance. Okay. I love you all, babies. All right, we'll talk later. Bye-bye.
Touch. I think I can speak for Harry. Would like to touch. I am a little bit too, because this is a very different way of life from anything that we're used to, but a lot easier for all of us.
Do we have to listen to this?
Oh, no,
Mr. Wilson just doesn't feel the same need to be hospitable to our out-of-town guests as I do.
Get on the bull.
Get